Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So this episode that I'm about to share with you guys has already been shown on Zeeword. It's just that I've already used my time in editing it. I wasn't able to do voiceover on it and upload it for you guys to watch before it was shown. So if you have already watched it on Zeeword, then you can skip. But if you have not watched it, then let's continue. Rhea called the inspector and told him that a guest is distributing drugs in their party, and the person intentionally came to the rich class party and starts giving drugs to the rich kids to spoil them. Sarita asks Pragya to wear something good, and Pragya asks if a guest is coming, and Sarita says that she called Rhea's father to come and he would be here soon. Pragya says that there is a party in Rhea's house today and Sarita shouldn't have called him, and Sarita says that she called Rhea's father to make Pragya feel better, but Pragya says that there is nothing she would tell Rhea's father because he would not understand her feelings, and she made a mistake by telling Sarita about her feelings. Sarita says that she only told Mr. Mera, and Pragya says that she had a fight with Mr. Mera once, and Sarita says that Mr. Mera is a good man and he cares for Prachi like her father, but Pragya asks Sarita to call Mr. Mera and tell him to go back, and Pragya apologized to Sarita saying that she knows that Sarita is worried for her, but she is fine and she will always talk to Sarita to make her heart light. Pragya says that Sarita should call Mr. Mera to go back immediately, and Sarita said okay, and Sarita pretends to talk to Abhi and asks him not to come again as Prachi's mom has already slept, and Sarita thought in her mind that she knows that Pragya would be happy talking to Mr. Mera once he comes. Rambru takes juice from Shahana for Prachi, and Shahana was shocked, and she gave the juice to Rambru, and Rambru took the juice to Prachi. Prachi asked Rambru not to act like a good boy because he is fake and it is written on his face, and she asked Rambru if he had taken drugs. Rambru thinks that he has to work hard before getting Prachi, and Prachi gives the juice to someone else and asks Rambru not to act in front of her because the truth is showing on his face, and she asks him to back off and she leaves. Rambru says to himself that how can he impress her, and Aryan hears him and asks him if he is trying to woo Prachi, and Rambru says that what nonsense. Mitali got to know that the police are around, and she thinks that the police came to the neighbor's house, and she gets happy. Pragya gets Rhea's message asking her to come to her house, and she calls Rhea, but Rhea's number was not reachable, and Pragya thinks that she would go to Rhea's house and see what is going on. Abhi calls Sarita and asks if she is fine because he saw her missed calls, and he asks that what is going on. Sarita says that she did not call him and she did not know what happened to her phone, and she asks Abhi to come soon, and Abhi thinks that why is Sarita so excited for his coming, and he thinks that he is also excited to meet Prachi's mom. Prachi helps grandma, and Rhea thinks that soon Prachi would be bad in everyone's eyes and she would be kicked out of the house for good. The inspector comes to the Mera mansion and asks the guests to identify their stuffs and not tell him later that it doesn't belong to them. Nishant and Rhea looks at each other, and a flashback was shown where Nishant asks Dimpy and Shaina if they know which bag is Prachi's bag. Dimpy, Shaina and Nishant found Prachi's bag and keeps the drug in it, and Nishant says that he has managed the CCTV and they would not be caught. Abhi saw Nishant and felt suspicious, and he asked Rambru and Aryan about Nishant and asked if they know him, but Rambru and Aryan said they don't know Nishant. Nishant signs to Shaina and Dimpy, and Rhea asks that what happened. Shaina says that they made a mistake and kept the drugs in Shahana's bag instead of Prachi's bag, and Rhea gets upset, but she later said that she knows what to do. Rhea signs to Nishant on what to do, and Shaina collides with Shahana and makes her bag fall down. They bend down to pick the things that fell out of Shahana's bag for her, and Nishant quickly takes the drug packet and drop it in Prachi's bag, and Rhea smiles. The inspector asks Prachi to come forward and show her bag, and Abhi tries to stop him, but the inspector said that he has to check everyone's bag, including the family members. The lady constable finds drugs in Prachi's bag, and the inspector shows the drug packet to everyone, and Prachi was shocked. The inspector said that this is the drug and Prachi have to be arrested for doing drugs, and Prachi says that the drug is not her own. Pragya was on her way and she feels that Rhea was in trouble, but it feels as if her own daughter was in trouble. Prachi says that the drug is not her own and she asks Abhi to save her, and she hides behind Abhi and says that the pouch of drug doesn't belong to her and she wants Abhi to trust her. Abhi says that he knows that Prachi is innocent and he can guarantee that the drug doesn't belong to her. Grandma, Pallavi and Vikram also guarantee and support Prachi that she is innocent, and Rhea thinks that what is their problem for supporting Prachi instead of letting the police arrest her. Mira also says that Prachi is innocent, and Rhea also cunningly comes forward and said that Prachi cannot do this. The inspector says that Prachi would be arrested, and Abhi says that he would not let the inspector take Prachi away, and he warned the inspector not to touch Prachi because she is like a daughter to him and he would not be silent. And the inspector says that Abhi is not understanding that only innocent looking girls like Prachi do something like this, and Abhi warned the inspector not to say that about Prachi again. The inspector says that he can arrest Abhi for trying to sabotage the law, and Abhi asks the inspector to arrest him and he would show the inspector whom he truly is, and he refused to let Prachi get arrested. Vikram asks Abhi to let the police do their duty and they would follow the law after that to get Prachi bailed, and the inspector takes Prachi with him. Abhi feels helpless and he was about to cry, and Rhea smiles but she was shocked to see Abhi's face, and Abhi runs outside and asks the inspector to leave Prachi alone. The inspector told Abhi that they have to arrest Prachi first and then Abhi can come to the police station later to bail her out. Prachi said that she is scared and Abhi promised her that he would be there for her and he asked her not to cry. Rhea tells her friends that Abhi was worried for Prachi, and Shaina and Dimpy says that it was because Rhea's father is emotional, but there is nothing to worry about because their plan is successful. Dimpy said that if Prachi confessed to her crimes at the police station, then she would be bailed out, but everyone would call her a drug dealer. Rhea thinks that Prachi would never confess to what she did not know, and she would stay in jail. And if she confessed that she owns the drug and get out of jail, then her dad would dislike her forever, so she wins. Pragya calls Rhea and asks her that what is the matter because Rhea messaged her that she is in trouble and she is coming to her house now, but she was worried since she got the message, and Rhea says sorry to Pragya for troubling her because everything is fine now, and Pragya asks about Prachi, but before Rhea could say anything, Pragya's phone battery was low and the call gets disconnected. Pragya asks the driver to take her to the Mera mansion, and Shahana calls Pragya but the number was busy, and Shahana tells Abhi that Prachi's mom's number is busy, and Abhi and Shahana were on their way to the police station. Ramru tells Aryan that Prachi asks him if he took drugs when they have an argument, and that shows that Prachi may know something about the drugs, but Chief really likes her a lot and trusts her as well. Vikram asks Rambu to take him to his lawyer, and Sarita was waiting for Abhi and she thinks that he is very late. Disha was watching the news in her house while Sarita was also watching the news, and they both saw that Prachi was arrested for a drug case. Disha says that she knows that Pragya's daughter can never do this, and Sarita calls Pragya and she finds out that Pragya is not at home. Sarita tries to talk to Pragya on the phone, but her phone was not reachable, and Sarita gets worried for Prachi. Disha also calls Pragya, but her number wasn't going through as well. In Abhi's car, Shahana cries for Prachi, and Abhi asks her not to cry because it would support Prachi, and both Abhi and Shahana got to the police station in Abhi's car. The reporters were busy asking Abhi many questions, and just then, Pragya asked the driver that was taking her to the Mera mansion to stop the car at the police station because she felt like she just saw Abhi, and Abhi also saw a glimpse of Pragya, and Pragya gets down from the car and tries to look for Abhi, while Abhi was also looking for Pragya, but they couldn't see each other because the crowd was too much, and people's umbrella was blocking their view from seeing each other. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next update. Bye guys.